It's not easy always to maintain our way on the narrow path. In fact, it's easy to fall into a ditch on either side of this path, particularly when it comes to how we deal with sin. There's a tendency to downplay the severity of our own sins, compromise, if you will. With the sins of others, we can be quite the stickler and even unforgiving. Paul sets the record straight as to how we are to treat the sins of fellow believers in Colossians 3:12-13, that we might avoid a Christian ditch. My name is Dave Hughes, and this is Glory Bound Ministry. So, as those who have been chosen of God, holy and beloved, put on a heart of compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience, bearing with one another and forgiving each other, whoever has a complaint against anyone. Just as the Lord forgave you, so also should you. We're talking about Christian discipline here, which is to help restore and heal a sinful brother or sister, as opposed to being hurtful and punishing. Paul makes clear how we're to go about this restoration of others. We are to put on a heart of compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience, bearing with one another and forgiving each other. I'm not certain just what the barrier to forgiveness might be. Is it our pride or a sense of superiority? I'm really not sure, but this tells us that whatever the problem, we need to let it go. We are to forgive others just as the Lord forgave us. How does the Lord forgive us? God holds back his anger a very long time, ever patient, long suffering when we sin against him. Certainly not like us. God makes the first move towards us in forgiveness, does he not? We generally require some sort of apology of others. God forgives us knowing that we will sin again, and often in the very same way. We want to be sure they, our offender, will never do it again. God's forgiveness is so complete, he will adopt us. God took on our sins to make forgiveness possible. God keeps reaching out to man for reconciliation, even when man refuses him again and again. In the habit of man, one will not continue to offer reconciliation if they're rejected even once. God's forgiveness is immediate. We take our time to make sure. God's forgiveness through Christ is coupled with forgetting. We may be able to forgive, but most struggle to forget. Consider these ways God forgives and many others that you've come up with as well. Work at being better, my friends. Stay out of the ditch of unforgiveness. Be blessed.